Alright, EBJ 970 right here. Hey, what's up everyone, Danny here. This is the next Q&A video, and it's the second one I've ever done so far. The first one I did last year, I think around this time frame, and it'll be linked down below just in case you missed that one, because I'm trying not to answer any repeat questions. But yeah, let's get right into the questions, and I promise I will answer that Vaseline question, even though that wasn't a question for the Q&A specifically. You guys just saw the Vaseline next to my computer in one of the videos, and like so many people asked questions about it. So I promise I will answer that, but let's get to the questions. So Shubham Bardwaj, sorry if I just butchered your name, he asks, what do you do other than YouTube and what's your age? My career, which I haven't disclosed until now, is I am a structural engineer in the aerospace industry. So what I do is structural analysis on certain parts of airplanes, so to make sure they're safe. So when you fly in them, depending on whatever happens in the sky, like if you have to dodge a mountain or if there's like a big gust, or if you have to land in the ocean due to an emergency, whatever part I'm looking at does not break, because that would be bad and dangerous. I am 27 years old and I will be turning 28 in the summer of this year. Oh man, I'm starting to feel old answering that. Hi, my name is Ben asks, if zombies attacked you and all you had to protect yourself was a graphics card, what GPU would you be swinging? I would get the largest one so that it has the most mass, so if I did have to throw it at a zombie at his head, it would do the most damage. I'll look it up and then I'll put it on the screen what the largest graphics card ever is. NGK330 asks, have you started any type of retirement fund? 401k, Roth IRA, etc. If so, what in? And if not, do you plan to? I've contributed to my 401k for the last 5 or 6 years, basically since I've started working. And for the last couple of years, I've been contributing to a Roth IRA. And if some of the viewers don't know what that is, then good. Keep it that way, because hopefully you're young enough that you don't have to worry about that for a while. So here's a question from Philip Tran and his wife Miriam, and it's in video form on Twitter.
Danny, how's it going?
Hi, Danny.
Thanks for what you've done, and from what your advice has given me, I've gotten a new case. My question is, when you first started playing World of Warcraft, from what you said in your video, what did you play and what class, and are you still playing it now, or do you think you'll play it again?
The class and race that I started playing when I first played WoW back in 2005 was a Dwarf Hunter, and I basically played that class in almost every expansion I've played. And I'm currently not playing, though I did play Legion just to get to max level, see the content, and then I stopped. And the reason for that is because my memories of WoW are as great as they are because I used to play with my friends. But nowadays, a lot of my friends, and even me, I don't have enough time to play as much as I used to when I was in high school. So, they're not playing, so it's not as fun. But I still love the lore and everything behind WoW. Sir Mr. Burke asks, what's your dream job? Anything related to YouTube or the adult movie industry doesn't count. My dream job would be to work in a place where I could just help people build their PCs. They would just come in and we would have tools available for everyone to use, workstations set up with like power outlets, monitors, keyboards, mice. All they have to do is bring the computer, and they could borrow our tools and then just either troubleshoot their PCs or put it together for the first time. Yeah, owning a place like that would be awesome. I think they do exist. I don't know how popular or viable they are though, because you have to make money somehow, and you would need a lot of floor space, but I'm not sure how much revenue you could generate. That would be something I would do like if I was a billionaire and didn't have to worry about money. Just so I could like be around people who love computers like all day and just hang out with them and look at all the different builds that people are doing, as well as like help people out and get them into computers if they're like afraid to put together their first one and all that stuff. So lots of questions on any tips and tricks for smaller channels or how to start a channel, and I can't give any more advice other than the generic, just get out there and start making videos. Like that's what you have to do. And after a while, if what you're making isn't getting you views or subs, start shifting the direction of your channel, because That's all there is to it. There's like no secret recipe. Some of it has to do with your personality too. There are people out there with successful YouTube channels that don't have good personalities, and they could be like toxic, you know, and some of them are very monotone and don't have inflection or enthusiasm. They still have successful YouTube channels. There is a way for everyone to be successful on YouTube. You just have to try it out and find what works for you. The most generic advice ever, but I mean, that's all you're ever gonna get. Tarek Ali has a video question.
That KFC right behind you. That KFC skateboard. Explain, please.
So the KFC board, and I guess the rest of them, the story behind them is that I used to assemble and sell longboards just right out of college as a hobby, and I found that people did grip tape art, and I thought it looked really cool. So then I started doing them for customers, and I started to get good enough to do more intricate designs. And I thought to myself, you know, this looks really cool. It would make some cool wall art. So I just chose random designs that I thought looked cool and made them into what you see on the walls right now. Super long, tedious process, but I think in the end it was worth it because I really love them as decorations. And regarding KFC Colonel Sanders specifically, I just really like KFC, and the Colonel logo or, you know, design I think just looks really, it's kind of like odd and kind of like goofball funny. It is a really good conversation piece. Felix España asks, what do you use as antivirus software? And that's a great question. I don't use any antivirus software except for what's bundled with Windows 10 because that just comes with it. But I don't usually do active scans or anything. And the reason is because I kind of know exactly what I'm clicking on when I go to certain websites, and I don't click suspicious links, and I don't download anything questionable. So I'm not too worried about getting viruses. And I found in the past, like when we were growing up, we used to have antivirus like McAfee and Norton and stuff, and that just made your computer really slow. I don't know if it's improved since then, but also like we still got viruses when we downloaded sketchy stuff. So what was the point of having that when it slowed down your computer most of the time, and then viruses still got through? I didn't see the point, and I haven't looked into antivirus software for like, I don't know, over 5-6 years now because I just don't use it. So the next question is from Gerard, the first 65 or older, and it's a video question.
Hi everybody. Yeah, it's me, 65 or older. And thanks Danny for taking my question. The thing I'm wondering is, we all know you use Craigslist, but where else do you find these parts used at really good prices? Thanks, and I'll watch the video to get the answer. You guys all have a good day.
So aside from Craigslist, I used Reddit Hardware Swap. It's a subreddit where people can buy and sell parts from each other. The only thing is that it's usually a little bit more expensive than the best deals you can find on Craigslist because you have to tack on PayPal fees and shipping. But for people who don't have good local Craigslist deals, Hardware Swap is a great place to go. eBay is another good one if you can snipe some good deals. But again, there's shipping fees and eBay along with PayPal fees on that. So Craigslist, I've found the best deals on Craigslist. But a lot of people have been telling me about these other phone apps that you can get, like OfferUp and Let Go. So I need to start looking into that because that might be an untapped market in my area and maybe in yours too. Breeze on Twitter asks, he has two questions. Did I ever want to join the army, and is my main build made of secondhand parts? So the first question, it's actually really random you asked me that because I did want to join the Air Force when I was in high school. I was actually part of the junior ROTC program at my high school for all 4 years. I did not join the Air Force though because I have a health condition that would make it so that the PT with the constant running every day, it's really bad for my joints. And for your main build, secondhand parts, it's a mix of secondhand parts and new parts. My CPU is new, my cooler is new, the case is secondhand, GPU secondhand, most of the hard drives is secondhand. So it's just a mix of whatever deals I could find. PLSRX Hillbilly asks, do you keep the computers you build or do you just resell it? And this is actually a really common question, so I'm glad you asked this. A lot of people have asked me, and I usually answer in the comments, but for everyone who doesn't know, I always resell the computers eventually. And I say that because right now I still have a computer that I've built and it's been like 3 months. But I usually try to resell it so I can recoup the cost and put it towards a new build, you know, for the future. It just doesn't make sense to build like 10 computers and have them all sitting around because I can't use them all and they're only going to depreciate with time. So I try to resell it. Usually friends and family get first dibs, and then afterwards it goes to Craigslist. And for the most part, I don't like list them for that much more than I paid for them. I list them for a little bit more so that I can make a little bit of money, but it's still a great deal for whoever I sell it to. Ubar asks, what was your favorite video game as a kid? And it's definitely got to be, when I was younger, Pokemon. I spent so many hours on the Game Boy playing that. And I think almost every kid did in like the late 90s, early 2000s. But then after that, I'd say World of Warcraft. I probably sank the most time in the World of Warcraft out of any game I've ever played in my entire life, actually. Spent a lot of time playing that in high school. So the next question is from Aimless Drifter, and he asked it in video form.
Hey Danny, how's it going? I'm Aimless Drifter, and here's my question. When you first started out your channel, Nerd on Budget, how long did it take you to produce each video? Did you find that you improve over time and each video now takes you less time to produce? Did you get faster? Thanks, and keep up a good work.
So believe it or not, I spend about 20 to 25 hours on average per video, I think. And it's gonna vary depending on the video. Some are shorter, like Craigslist ride-alongs, but some, like the LAN party stories, those take like 40 to 50 hours because there's so much footage to review and to try to like cut down to be like a coherent video. But it's been like that ever since I started the channel. 25 hours when I first started on average, and then I'm still at about 25 hours on average now. Even though I think I've gotten more efficient and better at it, I've become more nitpicky about things and want to catch every mistake that I might possibly make. So I do a lot of draft reviews, and I've even pulled down videos that I've already uploaded multiple times because each different watch through I catch something that for some reason I missed before. So yeah, it just depends on, you know, what your expectations are of your own work, and hopefully I can get quicker at it so I can start producing more content. But thanks for the question. And now for the last final question that I've clickbaited all of you into watching this entire video for, and that is, what do I have this big jar of Vaseline petroleum jelly at my computer for? And that's because I use it for my lips. I have really chapped lips like all the time. It's really bad. You've probably seen it in previous videos. But I need to use this to keep it moisturized. And normally people use chapstick, but it's really small. I lose these all the time, or I leave them in my pocket. So then they get sent through the wash, and then when they go through the dryer, they melt and get ruined. From a budget perspective too, like this costs $1 to $2, whereas this also costs $1 to $2, and it works basically the same. Actually, Vaseline works better on my lips. It lasts a lot longer than chapstick does. But you get 9 to 10 times the amount for the same price. So just budget-wise, it makes sense anyways. And it's big enough where I can't like really lose it. It's easy to keep track of. But that's the reason why I keep this next to my computer, because I spend a lot of time on the computer. If you know the consistency of Vaseline, then you would know that it's like a borderline solid. So it wouldn't be good for whatever all you nasty-minded people thought I used it for. Like, it wouldn't be good at all. So that's not what I use it for, I promise. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. So thank you to everyone who sent questions in all the various forums. They were super fun to answer. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you like the content I create. For the comment section down below, I want all of you to choose one of the questions from this video that someone asked and you answer it. I think that would be really fun. So choose any of the questions that I answered and then answer it yourself and let me know the answer in the comment section down below. That would be really fun to read through. But other than that, thank you as always for watching, and thank you for being really great viewers and supporting the channel, and I will see you down in the comment section as well as in the next video. Bye.